What's up guys, today we are going to be going over all the Icebox callouts in the game. So to start off, we are in the attacker's spawn, but no one ever calls it that. People usually call this T-spawn, and they usually call defenders spawn CT spawn. Basically, for those of you guys who haven't played CSGO before, in CSGO, instead of attackers and defenders, they have terrorists and counter-terrorists, or T or CT for short, and people brought it to this game, and that's what spawns are called now. The spaceship is called T-spawn. Now, before we begin, I feel like I have to give a little shout out to this little snowman over here. Some say it's a good luck charm, some say it's a bad luck charm, I'm not sure. But at the very start of the round, you can blow it up. Yeah, I feel like I just had to include it in there. I'm not really sure. Okay, so in Icebox, if you guys were playing Valorant when Icebox came out, you would know that the community freaking hated this map because there are just so many angles. I think compared to the other maps, it has a lot more vertical angles. Because of that, the callouts for this map are super important. So to start off, on the A side, this entire area up top is called belt, just like anywhere from this stairs up to this entire platform up here. I think this is actually Riot's name. Yep, a belt. Underneath belt, we have gate. This entire area here is called gate because this door is kind of shaped like a gate. Alright, so we got belt, gate, and next we have nest. This area that we're looking at, this little top area, is called nest. Why is it called nest? I don't know. Maybe because birds have their nest high up. But that's called nest, and that's all you need to know. Next to nest, we have... I fell. Let's get back up here. We have pipes. Pipes is this thing that we're looking at right here. Why is it called pipes? Not really sure. Oh, maybe it's because of this? I've always thought this was just like one big weird looking pipe, but it would make sense that pipes is referring to this. But yeah, so if anyone's standing like on top of here, over here, people usually just call it pipes. Alright, now we got most of the weird angles at the very start. If you're an attacker, there's close right and close left. Well, a lot of people would just call it close right or close left, which are pretty dog callouts. There's not really a callout for close right, but for close left, people actually call this area maze. So maze includes like this, basically this L portion. People call it maze. Why is it called maze? I like to think it's because, you know, there's a lot of twists and turns in this area. It's like the world's easiest maze, but whatever. It is what it is.
Down envy that they have. Shazam sitting with the sheriff is good to find the first like he did in the first half.
There's still gonna be two more bodies for him to aim at. They're spinning right into the middle of sight.
There's that combo.
Intense and Shazam combined for two. Crashy's trying to run for the hills. And in comes from behind Dapper this time trying to help out. It's the whole gang for Sentinels.
So this is called maze, and now we're moving on to front sight. Before that, this box, I don't know if it's a box, it's like a big container thingy. It's called 410 because of this number over here. Now the reason why this is such an important call out is because a lot of attackers like to go on the ropes and just play on top of 410, and they get this really disgusting angle on the rotators right over here. Like let's go to the rotator's point of view. They would be like somewhere up here just shooting you as you're rotating. So it's a really strong position. So yeah, this is called 410. This is front sight. This little spot over here is called default. The reason why it's called default is because this is the safest plant spike location, because you're not exposed to screens, you're not exposed to like backside or heaven. So yeah, this little spot here, or just this box, is called like default or default box. Next to default, we have a generator. This entire thingy-mabob is called gen. No one actually calls it generator. People call it gen. This is important because a lot of defenders like to rat behind here, or you'll see a lot of jet operators like op the A main area from on top gen. So this is the site, and now this top area is called top site because it's the area on top of site. Again, these callouts are super important, especially if you're a defender trying to retake. Right, knowing whether someone's 410, or if someone's maze, if someone's pipes, if someone's top site, or if someone's like gen or default. But now looking at backsite, so this entire area is called backsite, but this area underneath the rafters is called Hell. Now you'd think that because this bottom part is called Hell, this top part would be called Heaven. It kind of is, but I think more people call it rafters instead. I think, yeah, rafters. So people usually call this top like area rafters or heaven. Anything below it is hell. Or if they're just randomly back here, people might just say back sight. Connecting to heaven is stairs because there's a bunch of stairs, right? So when you're an attacker, you have to spike down and you're playing post plant. Really the only 3 places people can come from, okay, let's say 2, are either screens or stairs. So that's why these 2 are the most important callouts for post plants if you're an attacker. And of course, they could also come from flank, but we don't need to talk about that. Whew, alright, I think that's everything on A site.
He's alone. Sick isn't too far off, but he isn't necessarily way too close. And Ten's good to find one here. He can use the ultimate. Ten's flick to the top rope, and now Sick has gone for the swing. He is what could break this deal, and FNS and Marv are good to find 2 here.
It's at the exact same time as the spike is finally trying to go through. Down goes the wall. Zombs the timing of the wall. It's almost so good.
Oh!
But Shazam in a 1v2.
Now, we are at CT spawn, or the defender spawn. This entire area, people just call like CT. And then next to CT here is Boiler. Why is this called Boiler? I actually have no idea. Wait, is there something in the map? Nope, nothing at all. Nothing at all. I don't know. Riot called this Boiler, so, and everyone just kind of used it. So this is called Boiler. Alright, so, but now we are in mid. Basically everywhere from like here to here, people usually just call this area mid. Like here, Riot calls this mid blue, probably because there are blue boxes around. But no one ever calls this blue, they just call this area mid. Now the most important call out in mid though is tube. So it's what we're looking at right now. This is the tube that leads into kitchen. And if you know this is tube, you also know that underneath tube is called under tube. And if they're on top of tube, it's called top tube. Now, again, this is one of the most important callouts in mid because some people like to, you know, go into kitchen from tube. Or if they want to split B, they'll be going under tube. So, you know, you'd be calling under tube. Or a lot of Jet, Rays, or Omens like to even get on top of tube and play this angle up here. So if you're a defender, you know, these calls are definitely really, really important.
To keep this game even, we continue now, Sully, with the play over towards mid, and it's very organized. Sentinel's trying to make their way up.
No.
It's 3 players up, and it's 3 players down. Make it 4. Shazam to the last one remaining in a 1v5. He has 30 HP and knives. What a round already from NB as they stack everything over towards mid.
An absolute slaughter. Everyone pivots back. Marv is ready to focus towards the under 2 position as Ye has gotten aggressive in the B main. He's just hopping around.
What to do now? Let's go into tube. So we're going through tube and now we enter the kitchen. You don't need me to explain it. This is a literal kitchen. Really nice. This area here is kitchen, but after we get past about this line, we are now in halls. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is a hallway, big long hallway. All right, hopping towards B site. This area underneath kitchen is called snow pile. The reason being is because here you see it's a pretty big pile of snow. So this area on the right is called snow pile. Now this area on the left here is called orange. So anywhere, let's see, like from here to all the way around here is called orange because all these crates are orange. I think it's also on Riot's map too, yeah, orange. So everything on the left over here is orange and everything on the right here is snow pile. These are really important callouts because again, if you're like a B player on defense and they're trying to split B through like B main and mid, then you can call like, oh, there's one orange, or oh, there's one in two, etc, etc. Okay, now that we've gone through snow pile and orange, now we're on the B side. Default on this site is actually right over here. The reason being is because this is the most popular plant spot because you're technically safe from, you know, anyone playing like orange, or you're safe from anyone playing over there. So yeah, this is called default. And then we have just site, we have top site, so similar to A, right? Anywhere playing up here is top site. This little connector, bridge thingamabob that connects halls and top site is called bridge. I wouldn't say it's an important call out, but it is a call out. So if anyone's playing up here, it's called bridge. And yeah, there's really no call out for like here. Everyone has their own call out for it. Some people call it like on site, in the container. There's honestly no call outs just because like no one really plays in here. So, or if they do, it's not exactly an advantageous position. So maybe that's why.
Actually, plan over towards the back, but they're actually planning default. This is just a lot more control, Sully.
Yeah, a lot intense. Well, he's not gonna at least maintain that control for Sentinels. He's gonna try and take some more. As Tens finds a third with the Sheriff. It's a 2 versus 3. And look at these players. He knows. Tens just knows. 1 versus 3 now, and somehow he's the difference maker. 1 versus 1 in this situation. And Victor is around yellow box. He might have this ace. Yes, he does. No, Victor there to deny. He's got it all to do. Victor! With the counter back against Tens.
But yeah, we cannot forget this little area here. This area is called Snowman because look, there's Snowman number 1 and Snowman number 2. This entire area here is called Snowman. So if you're like attacking B as an attacker, or the defense is going to play, right? Defense are either going to be playing on site, maybe top site, or the rotators might be playing Snowman. So that's why Snowman's a really important call out, especially when you're taking B. Back here, there really isn't a call out for this area just because no one really takes fights in this area. But the call out for this building thing here is called hut. This refers to this area above and this area below. So yeah, we've already covered everything in A and we covered everything in mid. Now, just this low B area. So this room is called garage because, well, you know, I guess it's a garage. Yeah, there's a lot of boxes. I did not notice this teddy bear here. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. That's so cute. Okay, anyways. So yeah, this is garage. Some people also call this B main. But I'd like to think of B main as this entire area like here. So it could be garage, could also be B green. The thing is when you take B, there's a lot of corners you have to check, right? Like close left, close right, here, maybe close right over here, close left over here. And the absolutely greatest thing is that there are no callouts for any of these corners. People just like scream, close right, close left. Oh my god, he's above. Like, yeah, I really wish there were better callouts for this area. But there isn't. People just say close right, close left. So that's what we gotta do. That's what we're dealt with. Yeah, so this entire area is just called B main or B green. And the reason why this is called green is because, you know, the boxes are green. And technically, you know, on the map, this little cubby is called B cubby. But the thing about the cubby callout is like, because, you know, maybe some people might think this is like a cubby, or actually, I don't know. These technically aren't cubbies. This could be a cubby, but
Catch Sentinels off guard, but he does at least decide to reposition. Victor tossing blast backs. Not looking to get punished just yet as he's taking fights alongside Marv. Trades go back and forth.
Victor!
He's out of bullets, but here comes the cavalry. 2 more players to his rescue, and a 2 versus 2. As a revive comes into play, it's FNS alone with the Sheriff.
It's Chaos FNS. He has the angle, but he's not able to get the shot. Ye's a little bit far away, but he just has to line up. He has to line up with Radianite.
now moving on, this is probably one of the most important calls on the B side is this yellow box, which is called yellow. Because, you know, if you're trying to take B, you're definitely going to be crossing into yellow, or you're going to have at least a few people crossing onto yellow to take fights from here. Or if you're retaking B as a defender, you know the attackers are probably going to be playing yellow or B main or B green. A call that I do hear a lot is like top green. So remember, this entire area is called green, and if you're on top, well, that usually means you're on top of this box here, right? Because most agents can't get up there, and if you can't get up there, it doesn't really help in the post plan. Yeah, when you're retaking the site, the callouts that you definitely have to know are like yellow, or if they're peeking from bottom green, or /B main, or if they're peeking from top green, which is up there. Yeah, I think we covered. Oh, one more. This little spot here is called danger. This is a relatively new callout, but yeah, a lot of attackers like to just push up all the way here and take this fight here. It's called danger because, let me go into my video settings. Look at this, danger. So that's why this spot's called danger. And yeah, I think that is, oh, one more. A lot of people don't know this, but on this side of the map, if you look up, there's a snowman and 2 penguins. And the greatest part, yep, you can shoot the snowman like you like at the very start. Now you know. That's up to you as to whether that's a good luck or a bad luck charm. Use it at your own risk. Alright, I think that is all. Alright, and that concludes the end of this Icebox tour. Alright, that concludes our Icebox callouts tour. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.